I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, if you're watching this video right now, hopefully you know Porsche 911 C4s. First off, is a pretty rare car because it was a very expensive car, significantly more expensive than, say, a regular 911. And the difference a lot of people don't know between the 2S and the 4S, and they say, well, what could possibly be the difference? Just the all-wheel drive? Absolutely not. They're two completely different cars. Matter of fact, the C4S is based on the turbo body, so it's a wider car to begin with. The 2S is based on the standard body, all right? And this right here, when you talk about cars that may be worth more in the future, collectible cars and things like that, you think about, well, how come I didn't get on the ground floor of an RS Spider or some of the Ferraris and things like that? In my opinion, right? In my opinion, I think this is what we would call a future classic. These cars are collectible already. They're really holding their value, and they hold their value as a ratio much better than a standard Porsche and even the turbo version of them. So for some reason, these really have gained a lot of ground. Aficionados love them. And they're truly are the world's greatest daily driver exotic car. I drive these cars all the time, and they are spectacular and fun. First off, they're fast. They make even myself, who's a horrible driver, a great driver, right? Maybe even in my own mind, kind of like when I sing, I feel like I can really sing, but I really can't because I don't want anybody to hear me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. All right, so come on up here because this is a part of the car. When we're talking about future classics and cars that are collectible, we're talking about cars here. This is a 14,000 mile 2008. We're doing this video in 2017. Think about that. A little over 1,000 miles a year this car has been driven. This has been somebody's baby. It's been garage kept. It's all stock, all pristine, no upgrades on the car. It is exactly the way it would have rolled off the factory showroom floor, including down to the Michelin pilots that are on it. All right, so come on up here. This is factory Porsche paint, and look how clear that is. Really, really nice paint. A couple nice touches here. The bumpers that year for this car look great. This is a tow hook here, so if you had need to take it to, maybe you want to take it to a track event. This car's never been there, as far as I know, but if you wanted to, you could do that without having to tie down the suspension and what have you. There's a lot of storage in the car as well, but let's take a walk around so you can see what makes a Porsche a Porsche. All right, so here, cross-drilled rotors with the big red calipers. Those are factory on this car. So if the car comes with red calipers on it, all right, then you know it's a C4S, right? The S model cars. If it comes with yellow calipers on it, then it has carbon ceramic brakes. They didn't have those back then, but the newer cars have yellow calipers, and that's how you know right away, carbon ceramic brakes. And if it has silver calipers, those are all-wheel drive cars. And if they have black calipers, then those are two-wheel drive standard cars. All right, now you got the list of calipers. You can show off calipers and give somebody a test real quick, and you sound like a genius. But I just read all this, so that's why I know it. Just kidding. All right, keep rolling around with me. So again, this car here, 2 inches wider on each side. So we call this like the J-Lo of sports cars. Come on back here and I'll show you what I mean by that. Look how much room this car takes up. Factory exhaust, all right. This right here, speed activated rear wing. As you're driving along, once you hit a certain speed, this comes up, pushes the car back down, keeps the ass on the ground while you're hitting some high speeds. These are red S's that we have made for these cars, and they look really nice. We typically replace the factory silver one with a red one because it looks really nice. It blends in with the taillights. It's just enough to let you know it's a special car, right? And changing that doesn't hurt the value of it because you can always put a stock one back on there. All right, so let me show you a little bit under the hood and the engine compartment, and we'll see that detail too. Colin said, once you pop, the fun don't stop. So I'm going with that. Anyway, all right, come on in here because this is really what makes these cars great. This is a tire repair kit. It has a lot of stuff in it, like jumper cables and things like that. It doesn't really go in the car, but you can leave it in there if you want to. This right here, the original tin manual that came with the car, all right? The original books, okay? So here's a cool feature too. Inside the books we found is the original what we call decoder, the build sheet for the car. And so if you look at this right here, these are the actual options that would be on the car. And you can type this into the Porsche option decoder. Kindle is who sponsors that. Put these codes in, it'll show you all the things that came on your car when you get it, but we'll have that listed for you as well. All right, so inside this compartment here, plenty of storage. Come on up here, I'll show you all that. All right. This is your DVD navigation that goes right there, all right? And the factory inflator for the tires and the triangle for in case you break down, all right? And in here is the battery, all right? And the hood is nice because it's aluminum, so it's super, super light. And there's just kind of a way you close the hood. But this holds 2 or 3 nice big soft bags of luggage. And this also has a rear seat too. A lot of times people buy these because the insurance is a lot less because it has a rear seat. It's not just a 2-seater. A couple kids can sit back there, the dogs can sit there, or we can fold down the rear seats and it makes this really cool package shelf and looks like a grand touring car. So when you go to close these, you can't slam them because they're just too light, so you just get it to there. I put my hand on the emblem so I don't put a handprint on my car. I just snap it in place. All right? Okay, let's check out the engine, because the engine is what makes this car sound very different than any other car. All right, so when we come in here, because you're getting an S model car, you're getting a 3.8 liter engine. All right, instead of the standard 3.6, so you're getting some extra horsepower, you're getting a bigger size motor, you're getting the bigger brakes, you're getting all of the turbo things without the complexity, okay? And added features, I shouldn't say features, having more power is always great. Sometimes it's too much power. Sometimes it's much faster, these cars are around the track, than a turbo car because you have good traction and things like that when the turbo sometimes spools up and what have you. Anyway, both great cars, not knocking them, but this is a whole lot of fun. What I did want to show you is, and why I was spending some time back here, is like the original decals are all still here. And this is how you buy a collector car, seeing the original stickers that are still on the items inside the car, right? From 2008, which is amazing. That's how you know how well taken this car is. Plus you notice too that if it has these decals and the stamping still on, stuff back here, the car hasn't been in an accident, which is a big plus and a big positive, I would imagine. We'll take new pics of this with the red emblem on there. I think the red emblem just looks really, really nice. I didn't peel it off the back of the sticker yet, so when we do that, it'll be like boom. All right, so as we roll on inside here now, all right. Okay, a few more great options inside that we didn't talk about. This has factory navigation. You say, well, you know what? BFD, right? Well, it is a BFD because 2008, navigation was very expensive. You know, the iPhone was just coming out. You know, these kinds of things were a big, big option, all right? This also has sport package on it. The sport package changes the entire car, changes the sound of the exhaust, all right? Opens butterflies in the back, changes the suspension calibration, makes the car super stiff. The throttle is maybe 30% quicker. I think that's what the number is, I was told. This has a sport chrono package as well, so you get this timer here in case you want to do lap times or you wanted to take it to the track. So it comes with a lot of great things, showing 14,979 miles. It's going to have a couple more miles than that because I'm going to drive it, all right? That's just the benefits of working here and being your favorite used car salesman, all right? Anyway, comfort is what we're talking about in here. These cars are long distance cruisers. I want to show something that most sports cars don't get. We have like Astons and Ferraris and all kinds of stuff that come here. None of them have this kind of room. I'm 6'1", I have all this room. I got the sunroof here, all right? Check out this back seat here. We have these folded down. Look how cool that shelf is. This has the BOSE sound system in it, but if you want to, all right, there's seating back there for somebody, all right? In here, a couple small features, cup holders, boom. All right, and then you got climate control, your sports shock suspension for here. This also has Porsche stability management. All right, Porsche stability management is nice because what it does is it has yaw sensors at each corner of the wheel, and as the car starts to rotate, let's say you started to slide, all right, as the car starts to rotate, it can brake individually different wheels, all right? It can apply power, it can do braking, it can apply them one at a time. It's the reverse of ABS, so it's really pretty cool that it has that installed there, and it's a really nice safety feature. Climate control, you got tilt steering column and telescopic, driving lights, 8,000 RPM Tach, and just a low 200 mile an hour speedometer. I suggest that you try to pin that. I'm just kidding. It's, all the lawyers out there, I'm just kidding. You got storage inside here. So in the world of cars, man, like a Porsche is a great car. It really is. I didn't understand them a long time ago. I didn't get it. I drove a couple and I was like, wow, now I finally get it. Then you move up to your first like S model and you're like, wow, this is really nice. Then you get a C4s. And the C4s, as you apply the power coming out of a corner, because it's all-wheel drive, the front wheels are pulling you through, the back wheels are digging in, all the weight is over the rear wheels, right? Like a front-wheel drive car would be. So that's why front-wheel drive cars are so great in the snow and bad weather. The rear wheels are the same thing in this car because the engine's over that, but then you got the front wheels pulling too, and you just, woo! roll right on out. Maybe we should do a video of woo. Well, maybe not. All right. Anyway, that's your tour of the interior. In case you decide to take up smoking, you may want to do that after driving this car. You will definitely be smoking. So we close up the video. Listen, this is super simple. Triple black, Carrera C4s, 14,000 miles, right? 2 owners, clean Carfax, great history, garage kept at work, garage kept at home. This is the way to buy a car, man. This is half the price of a new one, half the price. And it's just exactly the way you'd want to buy a car. I don't know anybody who has too much money that 40 grand in your pocket isn't worth it. Anyway, if you can find a way to get this awesome car in your life, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it. All right, I want to start it for you because I want you to hear the regular sound of the car, like if you had to get on the phone, talk to work or whatever, and then hit sport mode for the sport exhaust. All right, so that's the regular sound of the exhaust. This sounds pretty nice. And then we push this and you can hear the actuators. Open the exhaust.